be associated with. And I call it the mango woman, the aam aurat, who are really not so ordinary people. Really, this is the story of a journey I undertook last year over the last few years, where I've gone and stayed with about 120 women like Ashoka talked about, who are completely destitute, whom we have given small grants to start a livelihood. And these are some of their stories. So this is a lady called Mahapati Devi, and what she has in her hand is rice husk on which white mushrooms are growing. And she started in a very small way, and learning from her, the whole village has learnt, and there is a mushroom revolution going on here. And she has been that catalyst for her village. This is the story of Aitwari Devi, where we have worked with an organization called Pradhan, which has helped water harvesting in that area. Aitwari Devi is the president of her self-help group. So like Mr. Reddy said, self-help groups are really transforming this country. And leading that water harvesting effort, they have then started planting commercial vegetables, organic ginger, lacquer, and to a point that the women are now earning 50 to 60,000 rupees on very small plots of land. This is a story of Asha Devi from Uttarakhand. This is the area which was impacted by the floods last year. I was there just about a month or two. Well, I was there last year and a month or two before the exact time this year that the floods happened. And she does tussar weaving. And like women everywhere in the country, wakes up very early in the morning, works till late at night. Her husband is a porter. And I have to tell you, you know, women in our country, I think women everywhere in the world are very beautiful. This one particularly saw when I showed her this photo, she said, no, I'm much better looking than this. But I think really what we have all been talking about is empowerment. And I think social empowerment, economic empowerment, and political empowerment are all three of them key. And as Mr. Reddy has pointed out, and as I'm sure the other speakers will also identify, forming that small network of self-help groups is really the core element of what we are seeing transform India. And I've summarized it really in this triangular slide where I think all of us have a role. Governments have a role, NGOs have a role, and corporates have a role. And as a banker, I had always thought that money was the important thing. But I find that though money is important, it's probably the least important. The government has a role in enabling infrastructure and certainly in providing a safe environment where there is law and order. If there is no law and order, you cannot see any enterprise flourish. NGOs have a very important role in creating skills and in helping to build capacity. And that is their real role. And as corporates or banks, what we can do is to provide ideas, to provide innovation, to provide technology, and most important, to provide fair access to markets. So I will just stop there with this quote. This is a quote from Hillary Clinton. I'm on her Council of Women Business Leaders. And when we were talking about these issues across the world, she said, Meera, talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not. And I think if there's one message we can take away from this conference, it is how do we help create those opportunities or open the doors to those opportunities, and then financial inclusion will happen. So I'll stop there and we can now take a few questions. I think what we should do is start perhaps with